Hello, my name is Joe Micklick. I'm a qualified business and marketing trainer and assessor, and today we will follow on from assessment task 1. Plan and prepare for a meeting. So we'll be doing assessment task 2, conduct follow-up and report on a meeting for the unit, manage meetings. Now, under performance objectives, the requirement is you will demonstrate the skills and knowledge required to conduct and chair meetings and to ensure that the desired outcomes of the meetings are achieved. You are then to demonstrate the skills and knowledge required to review the outcomes of a meeting and to facilitate the follow-up activities that occur afterwards to ensure that agreed actions are completed and discussions from the meeting are recorded and stored correctly. This assessment task builds upon the work completed in assessment task 1 that I guided you through last time. In this assessment, you're required to conduct the meeting that you planned in assessment task 1 for the simulated workplace, the BSBADM502 Games Company. And that was this document. This document here, that 64-page document. If you just follow my cursor down there, that 64-page document. If we just scroll up a little bit, so page 54. All right, so I'll scroll right up the top. So we're referring to this document here, BSBADM Games Company information form. We went through this last time. So this is the document that we'll be using as well. So I'll just scroll back down to 54 because we're going to use that in one of our tasks. There. Back to our assessment. You will review the minutes to ensure they are true and accurate record of discussions. You will then prepare a report for management detailing the outcomes of the meeting. Note, your work completed for this assessment task provides the basis for assessment task 3, just like you did with assessment task 1 last time. You plan and prepare for a meeting. You lay the foundation, the basis for this week, task 2, conduct a follow-up, report on a meeting, which will then be the basis and foundation for the written reflection, task 3, which I'll guide you through next time. So, scroll up, there I am. You will review the minutes to ensure they are true and accurate record of the discussions. Note, the work completed for the assessment task provides the basis for assessment task 3. You will need to retain a copy of the minutes from this assessment for use in assessment task 3. Ensure you keep an electronic or hard copy of this completed assessment for future use. Now, so that's what we did last time, plan, prepare for a meeting. We're actually conducting the meeting today and reporting on the meeting. So if I scroll down under procedure, there I am, part A. You follow my cursor there. Prepare to conduct your meeting. Access the action plan you developed in assessment task 1. Action plan, a quick check. Action plan is what we did last week. If I was meeting agenda, meeting preparation action plan. That was from assessment task 1. Plan and prepare for a meeting. So you would have done this already. You're up to this stage, and there's a meeting requirements form as well here, and the action plan. So you would have already completed these 2 forms by now. Meeting preparation action plan. Review this action plan and ensure that all tasks have been completed in preparation for the meeting you are to chair. You are to chair. In other words, you're ahead of the meeting. Where any tasks have not been completed, ensure these are completed before the next step. Part B, conduct and chair the meeting in accordance with the meeting agenda. You develop an assessment task 1. Meeting agenda, well, that's important. Let's highlight that. Assessment task 1. Well, there's a copy of a meeting agenda in the long document. There it is there. The 64-page document. Meetings agenda. So this was a clue that I highlighted last time for you. Meetings agenda, content and preparation, structure of the meeting, welcome, open, meeting preparation, apologies, people are absent, approval of the minutes, meeting agenda, the head of the content. So they're referring to the meeting agenda there. Identify a minute taker. Provide the minute taker with the meeting minutes template. Meeting minutes template. And brief them on the organizational requirements for taking meeting minutes. Meeting minutes template. Let's go back. Let's locate that. Let's refresh our memories. Meeting minutes. I think it could be here. Meeting action. Meeting requirements form. Check our other source of document. That one there. Meeting agenda. Meeting minutes. There we are. Meeting minutes template. In that long document, 64-page document. Meeting minutes template. Structure, header, content. There it is there. So back to our assignment tasks. Part B. During the meeting, you're required to resolve at least one issue using a problem-solving technique. Take notes as appropriate. Collect the minutes from the minute taker at the conclusion of the meeting. Ask meeting participants to each one of you need to complete the meeting participant evaluation form in Appendix 1. So everyone must complete this. Scroll down. And here we are. Meeting participant evaluation form. So you'll have instructions for this evaluation form are here. After the meeting that you have conducted as the chairperson, ensure that each participant fills out this evaluation form and signs below. So this is important. I might highlight that for future references. Each participant fills out this evaluation form and signs below. You'll need to make additional copies of this form if necessary for the other participants. Attach all copies of the forms to your task as part of the submission. Your name, chairperson's name, the date of the meeting, and here, tick against which one of these you agree with. Here's some examples. The meeting started on time, strongly agree, tick, agree, perhaps, or neutral, your decision is pending, you're not sure, you can tick there, or if it started perhaps 10-15 minutes late, you could disagree there, or even longer, half an hour late, strongly disagree there. The meeting purpose was clear. Agree, neutral, disagree, whichever one you agree with. So that is the meeting participant evaluation form. Let's go back to our assessment. Okay, scroll up. And in addition to this, ask the minute taker to complete the minute taker evaluation form in Appendix 2. So it's directly beneath the one we just saw. So it's directly beneath the meeting participant evaluation form that each of you need to complete. But here, the minute taker to complete the minute taker evaluation form. So scroll down. It's kind of similar to the previous one. So here we are, Appendix 2, minute taker evaluation form. Instructions for this evaluation form. After the meeting that you have conducted as the chairperson, ensure that your minute taker the person taking down the notes, fills out this evaluation form and signs below. So this is worth highlighting, it's important. So attach the form to your task as part of the submission. Type your name here, the chairperson, the date is consistent with the previous form. And this here, the minute taker fills out this form. For example, the minute taker will be reading this. The chairperson clearly explained the meeting, purpose, and the expected outcome. Strongly agree, neutral, whatever their position is or opinion. The minute taker will then read this. I was provided with a list of the attendees and their roles prior to the meeting. Whether they strongly agree or disagree with this, or perhaps they strongly disagree with this. They tick all the way through there. And some other general feedback regarding the information they were provided, taking minutes for the meeting there. So we'll scroll up. Again, here we are. So that's that. 2 and 3 are both in the appendix. Appendix 1, meeting participation evaluation form. Appendix 2, minute taker, one person, only the minute taker, fills out the evaluation form. So part C, we've gone through part A and B. Part C, check the minutes to make sure they are complete and accurate, as well as to ensure correct spelling, grammar, and use of the template in line with organisational requirements. Make corrections to the minutes as required. Distribute the meeting minutes to meeting participants in line with organisational requirements. So along with any follow-up documentation required by the meeting. So this bit here, distribute the meeting minutes to meeting participants in line with organisational requirements. For the Adept Al have organisational requirements. If we go back to the long document, here I am here, the 64-page document, they have their organisational requirements in distributing their meetings, and here they use a letter template. If you're going to send or liaise with the participants via a letter, this is the template you need to use. This is the format. I'm going to go through this format. If you're deciding to use a memo or memorandum, this is the format. These are organisational requirements. If it's an email, then you'll be using this structure of the email. These are your organisational requirements. Okay? So back to our assessment. We're at part C. So distribute the meeting minutes to meeting participants with organisational requirements, along with any follow-up documentation required by the meeting outcome. So that's done. 4, submit the required documents for assessment as per the specifications below. Be sure to keep a copy for your records. Assessment specifications. You must submit this assessment after session 3. Your trainer will provide you with the date for submission at the conclusion of session 3. So here, you must submit a completed meeting participant evaluation form for each participant, every one of you there. A completed minute taker evaluation form for just the minute taker. The minutes as completed by the minute taker. The minutes was in that long 64-page document. There's a minutes template there. The corrected minutes, if need be, the template will be there. A copy of the communication you sent, whether it's a memo, letter, email, copy of the communication you sent to distribute the meeting minutes as per organisational requirements, don't forget, and any follow-up documentation required by the outcomes of the meeting. So this is all important stuff here. We'll just highlight that in yellow there. Your assessor will be looking for evidence of reading, writing skills, oral and numerous skills. You can read the stuff in your own time there, as well as the assessment outcomes. So don't forget, good practice. Highlight the important bits in yellow there. Appendix 1, meeting participant evaluation for each participant. Fills out this evaluation form, signs below. So every one of you, scroll down. It is only now the minute taker fills out this form here. So highlight this section in yellow and highlight here. Your minute taker fills out this evaluation form, and it goes through and checks the appropriate boxes, according to their opinions. And if I go back to the other documents, keep in mind from task 1, the first stage, plan and prepare for a meeting, keep in mind, because you're at this level here, you're at task 2, conduct follow-up, but prior to that, you planned and prepared for a meeting, so you need to use those documents there for your current conducting the meeting. So remember to scroll down and take this, and you need to use this information. Meeting requirements form. So you'll be using this when you conduct the meeting, and you'll be needing this as well. Meeting preparation action plan form. We're requiring these 2 forms for task 2. So these 2 forms need to be filled out before we start conducting the meeting. And don't forget your long document, the 64-page one. I keep referring to it's the ADEPT simulated business document. And of importance here is the organizational structures, organizational requirements for each correspondence. So here's one here. Letter template, we'll highlight that in yellow. Organizational policy to follow this format. Memos, organizational policies to follow this format. Emails for this, for distributing your minutes and meetings. And the other 2 documents of use is the meeting minutes, content and presentation are there, or the requirements, and of course the meeting agendas, or the requirements there, structure of the meeting. We'll go back to our assessment task 2, as this is now drawing to a conclusion. So you would have now been in a good position to be able to then complete assessment task 2 and submit all these documents here. This. Okay, until that finishes, that completes assessment task 2. Next time we'll be going through the last section, assessment task 3, which is here, written reflection, as according to task 1 and task 2.